Go. So I figured today we're just gonna do some chill stuff. I don't know if you could tell, but I got a full-on cold, which has actually been a while since I've had an actual cold. Not that I miss it. I'm at the coughing phase. I have to see if there's. I don't know if I have a hotkey to mute the mic, but it's probably going to be necessary today. Maybe let's just get this over here. I do have a little Stream Deck, but I don't think I have an OBS. Oh, I do have an OBS mute. I'm going to push the button. Holy crap, it works. I can mute myself. Amazing. Amazing technology. I shall try and do that if a coughing fit is coming up. But it's going to be a... Well, I don't think my streams, they're usually pretty chill, but this one will be especially chill. Mostly chiseling. So I've made... Let's have a look at our little pond here. Made a duck. Got some turtles. Turtles there. That's a frog, not a turtle. And when you sit on the bench... Let's set the bench. They run through little animation frames. I've used the Chisel door system to accomplish this effect. And basically, the Chisel doors as part of Chisel tools, it's not necessarily just a door. All it is when it triggers, it's going to switch a group of chisel blocks between two different chiseled shapes. So the original idea, of course, being you can make a door, but it doesn't have to be a door. And since I have triggers now when on contact, if I sit on this bench, you get a little show. Oh, looks like I'm feeding the ducks. Here, ducks. Looks like I'm trying to punch the ducks. This duck turned out not too bad. It was actually quite challenging to fit a duck shape into one block without making it too small. And then, of course, this little turtle. I'm actually quite happy with how the turtles turned out. And the fish is okay. I haven't animated the red one there. I wish I could break the camera away from me a little better. Anyways, shall we get to work? Oh, there's Sammy hanging out on my shoulder, which is part of my unstable throne mod, which is just a silly little streamer mod that I put a bunch of things that probably shouldn't be in Chisel tools. Well, let's have a look. Oh, I gotta feed myself. This guy still makes terrible noises when you push him over. Actually, this morning, yesterday I went and crafted a bunch of flower pots, or planters, I guess. They're not pots. Same thing. Eh. Oh, excuse me. Oops. This morning I just went and started knocking these things off. Is this a big open-air toilet? Isn't the world like an open-air toilet? I'm doing surprisingly non-toilety things this morning. Actually, I should be ashamed of myself for making, kind of nice things. I don't know why. I'm using decorative planters. These I made, well, this model I kind of made a long time ago. Still not happy with that wallpaper texture. I like this box one. This morning I've made these 3. I was going to continue with that. I just got to go feed myself. Yeah, welcome to the stream, Terrence. So the creative colors, by way of the palette, they never quite fit. Now, let's not get all philosophical. But if you want to see the open air toilet, here's the toilet slide. Which is not an actual toilet, you know, because there's been some incidents. Not pointing fingers at any gears, but, you know, just because it looks like a toilet. And then we got the little, are you putting the flower pots in an unstable throw? No, the flower pots are just chisel blocks. So I can pop that out. And it's just a chisel block. Actually, let's take a copy of that. I have saved most of these new ones to my portfolio. But it looks like we need food. So let's go over to Crafty Candies. I don't know if she's been on much. I might just have to grab a stack of salami and go with that. I did try making... Oh, there's sandwich. Yeah, see, the sandwiches... I don't know. I've eaten some sandwiches that people have made that seem to have a lot of sad, but not those ones. This is looking pretty bare. I might have to take some time and reawaken my knowledge of expanded foods, which it's been a while. Let's see. I mean, if it worst comes to worst, I think these sausage... What mod is that from? Does it say? Well, that's from sandwiches. Yeah, I think she does go on, but, you know, at some point, we're like, you know, we have to learn to fly on our own. I'm a peacock. Won't you let me fly? What movie was that from, anyways? Alright, we're all satiated. So let's just keep making flower pots. I don't know why. Just where I am right now. Maybe because I'm got the stuffing knocked out of me a little bit. I spent 3 nights at Rosie's Kitchen on the Crow's Nest trying to figure out that mod. Yeah, it's like it's definitely a depth, and then because it's not integrated with the handbook, it takes some doing to learn. I was pretty good at it. I don't remember the last server I was on that I actually used it, but I remember it had X skills, which is just an insane, what do you call it? Synergy between those mods. If you have expanded foods and like making gozanaki that are individual stacked, and then you start adding the X skill bonuses, it was crazy. Like you would start just stacking up the bonuses with from the food to an insane degree, which is always fun. I'm just gonna see what stones we have kicking around. Forgot the recipe for healing. Doesn't salt add a healing factor? Speaking of salt, I want to get a few blocks of salt. I don't know where the halite thing is, but someone's left these here, so we'll just grab a couple of salt blocks because that's a nice pink color. Instead of just using... Oh, what about grabbing some of these? Hey. Okay, it is working. Oh, is it spitting these blocks somewhere else? We have lots of slate. Don't know if I want periodotite. Basically just grabbing some materials for flower pots. Try to not get dragged into always using the palette. plaster? I think I have some plaster. Some of this andesite. Cracked andesite ashlar blocks. That's probably not what I'm looking for. Oh, we had some bauxite kicking there. Medium fertility soil. I will need some soil blocks. Limestone, sand. I'm not sure how long the stream will be today either, but we'll see. Okay. I think we will start. Where's the pink? Now that I've done it, maybe this one should have, where's my wrench here? Let's just put that out. We'll put that one. Put that one there. And we're going to use the halite because I think it might match these tips somewhat. Does that bauxite go with the halite? Maybe? Shoot, now I have to make one. Oh, okay, that's already chiseled. So we can break this. I could just chisel that block too, but... Anyways, we'll start with this. And just did this one, I called it a pyramid planter. Like some of these plants, like if you're putting bamboo in a planter, you could make this quite small. Yeah. But then like the flowers do tend to spread out and take all the space. The mushrooms actually do too. So the top of your planter has to be big enough. Let's just start this one from scratch. So we get our hand planer. We bring it down to there. I believe this is the actual level that it puts plants at. I should be able to take 3 off each side, maybe. Oh no. That might be too small. Actually, it's easy enough to check. Looks like I need to be out one more. Especially if I want like a lip. I guess the fun thing I'm just realizing with the planters is that you got, like, it's only this layer that really matters for holding, like, the soil or where the plant actually appears. So the bottom, like, you could have that down to 1 layer thick. I think it would look a little weird, but you got a lot more room to work with on the bottom of the planter. So we're going to flip it upside down. So this is going to be the bottom, right? So we should be able to take that. Actually, let's try it. Let's go down to 1 and we'll flip it back. Yeah, see, this is, I guess, like, I should almost save this block. This is like your minimum planter. Actually, you probably could round it slightly on the corners, at least with most of the plants. This is the kind of little shape that is actually super handy to have in your portfolio. So we're going to name this minimum. Actually, if I put MVP, that just... Minimal planter. Which, of course, you wouldn't want this as a planter, but it always takes a second to load. Actually, my portfolio is getting slower and slower. I probably could stand to clean it out a bit. Like, it's not too bad with, yeah, you could do some really weird, like over here. See, I got some legs going there, and this one too. Actually, these all have legs, because this morning I was like, wait a minute. There's no reason that the whole thing has to touch the ground. So you could almost do like a... I guess if you had like a spaceship or something, can you plant crops in these and it could sort of look like your hydroponics? All right, let's just play around here. So this is upside down, I believe. And here we're going to use the mirror and paste of the pantograph. We got a pretty good circular one already. So this is the bottom. Do something like this. You don't actually have to put soil texture in there if you don't want to, but almost always do want, whoops, almost always do want to do that. Is that? That's pretty good shape. Actually, let's test it and see. With the shovel. I think if I want to do that, I want one more layer, maybe around the top that comes out one. But you could probably do a rim there. So let's see how we do with that. Takes some getting used to with the working in halves. And often you'll end up with stuff that looks really fat when you actually mirror it out again. Especially with statues. So I was going to add this. Let's add that. And I've been using this, what is this? Packed dirt. It's not a bad little dirt texture. Let's put in our dirt layer anyways. One thing with the mirror and paste function of the pantograph, you're going to want to keep the block you're working on targeted just one, like, half a second longer than you think you do, because the way it works now to remove that lag is actually when you click it, it has to send the new shape to the server, and then the server saves it. So actually, if you hit the button and really quickly look somewhere else, you may mirror the wrong place. Excuse me. Oh, let me hit the mute here. Yay, I did it. I muted a cough out. So how about we take our other color and we make it like a bit of a holder. So if we go like this, the heck was that noise? Someone's elk off in the distance. That was weird. It sounded like someone hit the snow. Oh, it is possible that someone hit the snowman. In theory, other entities can trigger it, I'm pretty sure. So if we do like a... like this is a little... like a frame? You can look at the screen without your eyes scratching? Oh, because I'm coughing? So let's go like... actually, no. We're gonna... these angles are always a challenge. So you need 2 blocks just to get... okay, that is the bottom there. Oh, you know what? I could be doing allergies too. I just realized that this could be allergies I've got today. I do get a little mild case in the summer. I don't know how that's going to work. Do I want one more line like here? Like that? And can I get a... this might be too much. Uh-oh. Want to try and communicate that it's like a frame. What have I done? Oh, I see. This comes from the very edge, so I just have to do that. Tour of Femur's server for better runes. Oh, is that the Better Runes community server? I don't think I ever went on there. This is not a bad look, actually. Maybe we... what? This might be too much now. I might be losing the plot a bit here on I mean, it does look like there's a frame there, doesn't it? Maybe I just have to bring up the inside of this pot. That might collide with the plant texture. The one thing that is broken in Chisel tools right now is the undo function for mirroring. I just realized that the other day after much confusion that, oh, you can't actually undo a mirror function in Handcraft. Which I've been working to fix, but it's been just like my son text. Alright, I kind of like that one. Let's rename this as framed frame rounded planter. The main thing is that planter's in the name so that later getting a nice collection of planter shapes. This one I thought was cool when I first made it, but it's very difficult to... There's too much going on there. Alright, well, let's see what it looks like. This plant is just a little outside. I think I'll let that slide. I mean, it would be a better candidate for maybe this plant. But the colors match up so nice. I think we'll just roll with it. Femur has stuff, I think it's... Oh, okay, it's his own server. Okay, gotcha. Who's Femur again? Get to know people, but names are always an issue. Alright, time for another planter. And I did have an idea for a planter. Oh, I wonder if this crab hit the snowman. I wonder if that even works. Get out of here. The crabs are kind of funny. As long as they don't, like, overpopulate. So if I take Mr. Turtle... Can we make a turtle planter? Pretty sure we can. Oh, I know what we'll do. We will bring in... We will bring in our minimal... Oh, shoot. I forgot. I'm in full pace mode. And I did save this with its textures, and I was in full pace, so it actually used that up. Interesting. Oh, okay. I gotcha. Alright, so we're going to do a add shape paste. Interesting. It's off center, but much to be done about that. But let's just see. We can get this poor guy to hold. Oops. Oh, I'm gonna have to be careful. I can't just mirror this because it's got the whole turtle shape going on. See, Mr. Turtle isn't really symmetrical. Oh, well, we'll see how this goes. Oh, come on, the spammers. Shoot, where's my Twitch window? Takes me possible ban evader. Ban. There we go. Why must spammers be everywhere? Let me just quickly, because I'm on multi-stream here, I gotta go and manually clear out that spammer's post. Quickly, uh-oh, because I'm... Oh, okay, never mind. That spammer was only on Twitch. I don't have the echo. There's a thing for restream where you can echo comments onto both from Twitch to YouTube and vice versa, sort of thing. Actually, let's grab this guy. Oh, okay. Oh, you're coming out on YouTube, so yeah, you won't see it anyways. So let's just see how Mr. Turtle does here. Yeah, I've signed up for Restream. I had some issues with it the first time I went to do the trial where it wasn't working, and they basically said, well, the fix is you'll have to subscribe, and I'm like, well, I'm not doing that unless when I haven't got to try it yet. Hey, T-Rex, how's it going? Been a little while. Color do we want here? I don't think this little turtle planter plan is going to work out, but as good as Terrence Suave. I can mirror it that way. I can't mirror it front to back anymore. Let's just see. How would you link up something like this? Would you try and put legs on it? This is gonna work. Actually, it just looks like the turtles crawled under there. Oh. Well, your thing was probably just too shocked that I was actually streaming. You missed meetings yesterday? You have meetings on Twitch, or you're not getting any notifications for anything? I don't know about this whole turtle thing. I think it was a good idea. Wait a minute. The detail level's so low. Like if we... I'm gonna take a snapshot. Well, that's weird. I have had this problem too with something is definitely up with this mirrored paste mode. Let's try that again. There we go. Could I do like a four-way turtle head? Yeah, that's the problem. I mean, I could maybe make a turtle planter, but it's just gonna have to, it would have to be from scratch sort of thing. Let's have a thinking muffin here. I guess the other thing I need to maybe play with a bit is making multi-block planters that are all integrated. Except I guess not here because I have them all spaced out. But maybe I'll make some more planters, and maybe along here could be like one big garden. Could be, you could make a cool raised garden, I think. It's funny, I'm doing all this. I haven't even transplanted the basil plant I bought at the store, which is probably going to die because they packed them in so tight. What are we going to do with old turtle planter? Yeah. I think we are going to work with the top here, but say goodbye to Mr. Turtle. Sorry, buddy. You gotta go. Well, now we got all these colors to work with. Let's just double check this works with the plant properly before we get too excited here. Yard stuff. We had like good intentions of doing yard stuff, but I never seem to make it outside. This is a busy time of year, so with schools and awards and things, so award season. And we're actually closing down our storefront, which is a bit sad, but I guess the good news about that is we're moving it to our home, and we won't be able to do as much as we do now, but man, I was running some, it's not actual vinyl because you can't do that on laser, but we have this sort of heat transfer vinyl that we use for clothes on the laser, but it takes forever for some of the designs. And so I was just sitting there, like, the only reason I was at work is because I had like 40 of these things to run, and I was like, man, when this place gets home, I'm gonna be able to sit there and stream and just interrupt the stream. And yeah, we did. It just doesn't work anymore. We were kind of looking forward to it. We do have like some embroidery that's gonna have to unfortunately we won't be bringing that with us because that's pretty specialized running those machines. But I think we'll be able to keep most of our school customers and stuff, and we're gonna have to do delivery and things like that, but I'm kind of looking forward to it. If we won't have any employees, which sounds kind of fun sometimes, but I'm sure when it actually comes down to us having to do all the stuff, do wooden framing for picture. No, we don't do picture frames. We have a small assortment of picture frames that I will laser engrave on, but this black is, I guess I could shift this to another color. Anyways, that'll be a whole thing, moving that business. And I keep thinking of new things that got to be done, like we need a special power outlet for the laser. I think that, but I don't know, I might leave that black. It doesn't hurt to have a nice, strong color as long as I'm not overusing it, right? What will this look like if I don't put a dirt layer in? That's actually not bad. It's like you have a clay-based soil there. And maybe that color needs to change. Not the best of my pots. Not sure what it is that's bothering me about it right now. Actually, I did have a big roller printer, which I guess I technically still do, but it needs all new print head and everything. So we're going to sell it as is, and hopefully someone can... They'll get a good deal on it. Plus, if we move it home to try and keep all those inks and stuff going. Alright, this is my least favorite planter. I think maybe it's not round enough. Oh, let's move on. What other speak to me, O creatures of the pond. And chat. What kind of flower pot should I make next? Since this is flower pot day. Could I make some fun animal one? Oh, I've got this one here that I accidentally did a full paste. We might as well use that. So this is our minimal planter area. And because you could do material pastes from the pantograph, I wasted a piece of halite. Not that it's the end of the world. I don't really have another plant that really has the pink in it. Oh well, it doesn't have to match. Alright. This one's next. Speak to me, oh slab of halite. Well, yeah, so do we. I actually saved a few coffee cans. Which I haven't used. Oh wait, this isn't right. I forget that this is like the minimum area to cover this plant. Oh, this is a very big plant too, so... You know what, let's just double check this. Wait, was this upside down already? Okay. Maybe could take the corners off, but not if I want like a lip. Ooh. There's something maybe a little different. Maybe not use this salt for this. Let me see. Do I have... Let's go find a block of grass. Might have to go through the TL to get that. You know, if I want another build, I almost wonder... And I build it like somewhat around town. I should make a medium tall tower just to maybe bring some height to our little skyline. Let's do... Oh, this is the E. It doesn't matter. All I want is it's a nice grass. Okay, it did matter. I think I would like a little bit richer soil for this. So what is the... I don't go through this one very often. Let's see. I see how far out we are at some point. They decided they would make a super far TL in the 4 directions. I think just to let people spread out and do their builds. Whoa! Crap! Ow. There's a whole conglomerate block. Oh, of course, I fall down this hole. I don't have any of my tools. I could stand to get some conglomerate. Let's just quarry out a little bit. Just a sampling. Do it old school since I have no tools with me. See, we're just improvising. I didn't accidentally fall down this hole. Even though we have the power of the palette, stone textures are so much nicer than the creative textures. Not doing a proper pattern here, but I just want to fit a couple of these blocks since we fell down this hole. Should we have a look around? Do I have my... See, I always have my pro pick on me. So let's just see... Let's see what's in the area here. Might as well pro pick that one. Oops. Very poor borax and cinnabar. That is not a great result. Yeah, you know what? No, we're not even gonna look around down here. There could be some interesting runes, you never know, but let's get back on mission here. I hate trying to put these rope ladders when I'm trying to climb. Okay. Well, I could take some of these. Oh yeah, even though it's chiseled, it still wants me to use the primary tool. Just want to see, just a quick look around. Maybe we'll get lucky and there's a bit of rich soil. Which I actually want for this project and not for farming. Of course, I might have a piece or two of Terra Preta somewhere. Oh, look at that! Yeah, we actually, like, we ripped out our pool. Don't you touch me. I just want this dirt. Okay, he's mad at me because he knows I'm chiseling high fertility soil blocks. There, hopefully I muted that. Actually, let me just double check my settings. Yeah. Does that get better? I got the mute button to mute up my coughing. So some of you may want to avert your eyes as I destroy these high fertility soil blocks. Is there more around here? That's a rather odd deposit. Is any of this high fertility soil? Doesn't look like it. Huh. Oh, here's some. I will pull this up as full blocks right now. Put it away for later. Yeah, it was kind of funny. We had it for about 10 years. And I'd literally, we're not going to open it. I think I may have even cut the liner. And then we got a letter from the township saying, your pool is not actually properly permitted. Can you either like come and talk to us or to let us know if it's gone? So I was like, oh, okay, well, I guess I'll just rip this liner out. There's probably an eyesore back there now. At least it's not like visible. It was like an on-ground pool. There's a big deck and everything. That all has to be tore up, but I had some weird health thingies last year, so I didn't end up going outside. That's my excuse anyways. Okay. So here's an idea. What if we've got this block, and actually I'm just going to push it down to the appropriate level here. Oh, that's going to chew through all the grass. Wait a minute. No, let's do this. I was hoping to keep some of this grass texture. Hey, Saber, welcome. I'm doing all right. Okay, so I'm going to keep the grass texture on top no matter where it is. That's good. Because I kind of want to make like a mound. Instead of this won't, it'll just be like the flowers grew from a mound of dirt. So is that at the proper level? Yes, I think it is. That's just for fun. We'll see how it works. And I guess if I mixed in some regular soil as a separate texture. Because some of this does look a little odd with the top being grass, no matter how deep it is. But if we do like something like this, let's try and well, let's just see what we're dealing with here. That's kind of interesting. Looks like I might have to bring it up at these corners. I think this would be more interesting as a multi-block sort of deal. You could have just like a mound of dirt. Hey, can I... High fertility soil. Alright, so these have been turned into soil blocks. Yeah, let's not burn another high fertility soil. We're gonna... Where's my inventory? Getting wrecked here. Okay, those are chiseled blocks. So there's low fertility soil there. Let's add that in. Oh, I just chiseled this grass block. Oh well. This whole park's just going to be chiseled blocks by the time I'm done playing around. Can I, like... If I had, like, some cracks... and fill some of them in... I don't know how well this is working. But it's something different to try. Oops, I just chiseled that too. Actually, I guess if this was a drying piece of dirt, it would be the tops more that would kind of dry out, wouldn't it? I'm not a master of dirt. I need to put some of this stuff away. Let's just see what we got. That's kind of interesting. Oh. What if... Okay, I need to eat. And I need to clean out my inventory. Getting a little out of hand here. So head over to the jumper. That's another project that could use some work. We're gonna... Oh yeah, I had this plaster. I was gonna... Maybe I'll keep that out. Just need to free up a few slots here. This is my tent bag. It needs a lot more detailing, but this freaking one voxel weird frame that makes the shape of this was so it was exhausting, so I just kind of burned out. Oh, it's coughing coming on. Yay! I'm a pro now. Oh, I gotta put this piece away too. Oh, for goodness sakes. I just said I'm a pro and then I go and do that. Wait, what happened to the piece? I mean, it's not... It's only one piece of halite, but... Alright. So... This is my thought here. We're gonna break this completely. And we're going to dig down. Oh, looks like we need to... I guess we'll use that to plug this hole in here. And we're gonna put our pot down there. And then we're gonna put that down there. And then...
You have a smooth brain. No ridges or lumps or valleys or bumps. All ideas slide right off, like a water slide.
Forgot about that one.
Smooth brain, smooth.
My brain is pretty smooth today, not gonna lie. This doesn't really fit with the area, but it's all just for fun anyways. So I'm not gonna get too worried about it. I have thought of adding... I need to have a look at my Twitch redeems. Actually, YouTube peoples, did you hear that smooth brain thing? The Twitch redeem. I think it does... Oh yeah, it would play through, because it played through my speaker, so it would play through OBS, so it should be on the stream. I don't know. I really need to get a grass block for here. I'm not sure what happened there. I wonder if I have one in storage. It's kind of an interesting idea, maybe for a different build. I mean, I guess you could kind of do that without the flower pot too. I mean, you could just plant a plant in there. High fertility soil, grassy. All right, well, I guess I'm using that there. All this grass has been imported via tent bag. Because this is a desert area, so you're not supposed to actually have grass. So I'm not sure if the dead patches are going to slowly spread. I mean, the one way to somewhat get around it is to chisel the grass blocks, because then they keep their grass texture. But then you can't plant on them. Although you can plant on them if you're using these. So, well, I got one more flower pot to install here. What is this? That's sand. Oh, I was going to try this plaster. So this is a somewhat small... I wonder... Could I actually pull off a four mini pots to go with this? That would be interesting. Let's do it. But I get right down to the proper level here. And I got to think a little more backwards than usual. Actually, let's bring this up one. Just for ease of chiseling. So that's actually in 2 on all sides anyways. I should have used a dark texture. It could have been like, you know, your classic cheap flower pot. Okay, so now if I take down the corners, kind of sticks out a bit there. Can I? This will make or break it. Can we actually dump the middle of... We'll just try it with very basic shape to start. See if this is even a viable project here. I know. It's gotta all go down one more. And I don't think we could bevel the pots, because this is already... How many voxels across it? Oh, yeah, we do have room to... Alright, so it's got to go down one. And then I think we can afford to take one row of voxels out. This is probably not the best one to have used the plaster on, but that's okay. What we got here? We're gonna add this soil block in. We are going to put that in like that. This is only ever going to work with forget-me-nots, I think. There might be some other 4x4 flowers, we'll see. Okay, that's kind of interesting. So maybe I make this like a table? And then you got 4 little flower pots on the table. That's kind of cool. I think we're going to add this slate sand. That's a nice dark one. And we are going to... Let's do this. You know what? I think I can even afford to shave off this corner here. It's been a while really since I've done some in-deep chiseling. Kind of nice. Kind of taking a break from constant brain rot, I guess. Can't quite target this voxel there. So there, now we have tiny flower pots. And you know what? I think if we... I just gotta try and get it where I can work on one flower pot, and I'm pretty sure I should be able to, with some clever cutting and pasting, copy our work here. Okay, so there's our flower pot. And I guess the question is, what do we want for like our table? I think we might need to add one other color. Or maybe I just need to kill this. I mean, I have piles more plaster blocks than I'm ever going to use. So I think, yeah, we'll just sacrifice it. Oh, there goes that. We just killed our palette, but that's okay. I have literally a chest full of palettes. I want to make this like a cheap wired table, maybe? I know what we do. We, okay. So I can mirror it this way. Take my picture. Do one rotation. And additive paste it. So let's just, before I do something dumb, I'm going to save this as, what flower? Those are forget-me-nots, right? Oh. I'm going to save this as quad flower pot. Or pot. So there, we know we got that. Now... Now we need like a table for them to sit on. I might have something here, just a second. Let's pull up. Just something basic. I want a single color. Actually, no, let's just go with the old single ground slab. Oop. And shoot. So this is color 1, so when I paste it, I should get that green. What's that? Okay, here we go. Start from this. So it seems like a good way. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3. Try and round that off. Oopsies. It's a little awkward. Oh, coffin fit. Yay for shortcut buttons to... Now, actually, let's go ahead and blow away, just so I know exactly where my corners are. I think I'm trying to do too much here. I was hoping to have like a... I think the slip is too big. Take that out. Yeah, let's put like an angle out here. I just want like a little, like a garden-y table that those pots can sit on. I think we're getting there. I think I'm off. That's not bad. So we could flip these both. Uh-oh. I did save that anyways. Okay, I see it's gonna have to be a bit thicker here. And let's just see if we can get away with trying to make a bit of a mesh. Oh no, I can't do the mesh now if I'm going to mirror, because that works out. All right, let's just keep it simple here. Kind of fun to push a design a little farther than usual. I'm not so good at giant scale builds, but doing a little thing like this speaks to me a little more, I guess. Why is it so hard to do checkerboard patterns? Fortunately, when you do a checkerboard pattern, you've just removed your ability to mirror it. Eh. But as simple as they are, I find I end up getting all confused regardless. Okay. That has to stay there. Just where it would be helpful to have some nice music for the stream. I think maybe here I could take that one out. We just can't break the outside rim here. I think that's as far as we go with that. All right. Time for to see if this all works. Uh-oh. Why didn't that do anything? That concerns me greatly. It's just... See, there is something going on with There we go. Alright, I hate that color, but I think we have succeeded in... What is this? That's the conglomerate. I don't want to use that. Let's go get a palette that I keep saying I should stop using so much. But we got a couple of palettes here, so... Now, which green is going to get us that cheap garden table? That feels a bit bright to me. Of course, it doesn't matter how many colors you have. You're never going to have the exact color you want. What does that one look like? Let's put this in situ and see. Actually, let's... Actually, I'm going to rename it so that it looks nice in world here. This is... Four planters. Or, let's do quad planters on table. Whoops. All right. Well, that's kind of cool. I think I kind of, I think I'm into that. This is the kind of fun little thing, like, and that's just fun to have as a detail because people are like, "How the heck do you do that?" I guess we do have the plant going, clipping a little bit. I think that's just... Oh, actually... Do we move this pot over one voxel? I guess the question is, when you place these plants, is it going to look the same every time? Because if you're always going to have this one out a bit, I would love to move this pot over one. Which I guess I could do anyway. I have a copy of it now. Because then it doesn't look like we've perfectly mirrored it. This should be interesting to try and get in here. So we want the pot texture. It's so few voxels too, it's pretty easy to move this. Oh. Be nice that we shifted one voxel to the side too. Oh. We get that pretty close. really like... Hey. Okay, I like that. That's pretty good. What time is it here? Yeah, I'm gonna have to go off to work soon, unfortunately. I am actually, this is... No, wait, we could push it farther and maybe try and put some gardening tools there. You could add like a carton, like some cardboard. I guess these things don't usually come in cardboard. That. I think that's my favorite one. Let's just have a look. So we got, this is a really old planter design. The colors actually, even though they're creative, they match up pretty good. This one I kind of like. It's like a pot and a wire frame. And that one, actually, that one sucks. Don't like that one. This one is not bad. I do like, this is lake ice. Just kind of a funky look. This one is terrible. I hate the wallpaper pattern for this. I need to just pull this out and change the material. But it's kind of a boring pot also. That's the same as the first one, and that's the same as the first one. Mushrooms in the pot are kind of fun. A Gucci planter, that's what I called it. It's... And actually, I like this one as well with the tree. And this one's alright. And the shape of this one is cool. I don't know about the colors. And actually, I should do more with this like pyramid design. And then these blocks maybe need to go more to a point. But that one's kind of interesting. That one sucks. I wonder, will a 4-pot work with the bamboo also? Let's just see. Why not? Ooh. That does work. Well, in that case... let's just abuse it. It's better than that other pot design. Interesting. So I guess there are a couple of plants that go with 4s. Oh, I need to change my green color. This was the one I think was started as the turtle. So what? Oh, that's the plain table pattern. What is the texture? Oh, art green faded mortar. Okay. I can fix that. There we go. And then this, I feel like I have colors in here that I'm not using. I guess I could leave that. Oh, let's just do this. We're going to put this one there. And this one can go there. Actually, I think it fits. This one wants a shovel. There we go. I think it fits better with the... Oh, wait, that's not bamboo. That's horsetail. This is bamboo. I don't know, this is pretty cool. Actually, This is also a 4. I don't think I'll change this pot. I wonder how far you could push this little trick. Okay, that's also a 4, but those are quite thick boys there. I guess they're probably all maybe based on 4 planes. Be interesting to do something. Actually, you could do something really cool with the mushrooms. Like a... Could have like a skeleton or old rotten log and stick the mushrooms on there. Anyways. I guess the time is ticking away here. Might have to, I don't know who's on Twitch right now to raid out to. Should we play Museum of Toilets one? Why not? I can't have an all serious stream where all I've done is make nice things. That just doesn't seem right. So this is what we're gonna do. I'm going to find the appropriate playlist here. And we are going to do a bit of brain rot. And then the twitchy people, I will see who we can raid out to. Open to suggestions. So let's do this.
Come on down to the Museum of Toilets. Bring your whole family, they're sure to enjoy it. Family fun for all to see. Find out what happens to your poop and pee. Toilet fun for everyone. The gift shop alone is a reason to come. We got rides, we got slides. The playground cleaned with utmost pride. Come on down to the Museum of Toilets. Bring your whole family, they're sure to enjoy it. Family fun for all to see. Find out what happens to your poop and pee. So pack your family into the car. Come on down, you know where we are. Everyone will have so much fun. Come and see what comes out of your bum. Come on down to the Museum of Toilets. Bring your whole family, they're sure to enjoy it. Family fun for all to see. Find out what happens to your poop and pee.
There, I'm sure that's like an appropriate exit. Just in case you tuned in hoping for some brain rot.
Come on down to the
Didn't want to
Museum of
disappoint.
Toilets. Bring your whole family,
Wait, why is
they're
it
sure to
starting
enjoy
over?
it. Family fun
Alright, I'm
for
just gonna
all to
pause it.
see.
I need to
Find
edit
out
that song.
What happens to your poop and pee.
So I hope that was just like, you know, uplifted your day somewhat. You know what? It's sad that the AI brain rot music gets in your head. Sometimes very bad. Anyways. Alright, let's go sit on the park bench while I find someone to raid out to. We can watch our little... Okay, so... Thanks for watching, everyone. Thank you, YouTuber people, for watching. And Twitchy people... Where's my Twitch window here? There we go. Let us see. I have to open like a million windows here to do this. There's got to be a better way to do it. We got... Who do we got for Vintage Store? We got Discount Engineer. I rated out to him the other day. I guess we'll do Discount Engineer. Anyways, thanks for watching. Discount Engineer. Oh! Alright, I haven't watched him, but we'll give it a try. Might as well do a... Let's see here. Oh, let me copy your name. Okay, alright. Aaron Yager Games. I hope it's not case sensitive, because my brain can't possibly remember that much information. Boop!